Another episode of the UnSaid.
You just put all the lapina in my head.
Which one?
Yakabel.
It's my house.
So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the UnSaid.
What shall we unsay today? My name is Laila. I'm your host. This is my best friend.
And this is my best friend, and I'm Tebogo, Kotsi. I just did it the other way around.
Yes.
Because la bona man dilo dia change. What change?
We are growing. We're growing family. We're
dilo
growing
di
team.
change. Le pina tsa ma 2000. Di change.
Chomi.
My friend, wabana ka change. We have
like why are you separating? I can't live without you. Why you separate? Okay, all right.
I see the Titanic.
Every night I hold
Jack abajaya. Jack. Ke bone etsahala se ke ne video episode e. Tabiso ka vropo. Gone. Sister ka setsa le wana manje sister kwenze kanje. Hey, the stories that are happening.
Gone.
But let me not give you. So my friend, we have the hot chair.
What's the hot chair all about? Why do we have this chair here? Because it's always just me and you, just the two of us.
No,
not anymore. So the family is growing.
The family is growing.
The
crew is growing, so the family is growing. And
we're
having the hot chair. So basically the idea with the hot chair is because we've got too many stories to tell.
Too many.
So let's spice it up.
Oh, okay.
From now on, when we have a guest,
okay.
People have been asking why do we always the hiding guests and all that. Wow, Mr. X and Mrs. X will always be there.
Absolutely.
Whether they like it or not, they'll always be there. But here, it's gonna be a guest.
Okay.
And there are so many people who wants to share their stories, their experiences.
True. Very true.
And they said they want to come to the show and actually come and tell us what they went through.
True.
Like I know with our guest that's going to come on the next episode, I was having a chat to him and he was telling me the way
yeah, that goes for everyone, including that guest that we will have very soon.
Yeah,
that goes for everyone. Send us to your emails. It's the UnSaid and the UnSaid SA at gmail.com.
Please.
If you also want to be a guest, tell us your story. You don't always have to be a guest. You can actually even send us a letter about what happened to you,
and
what
we'll
your story is
it.
about. You can narrate it. Yeah, we can basically share it and then tell people about it, and then we can go through it. So you're also welcome to do that. Subscribe to our channel. Inbox myself personally, Laila Nnyane, on all my platforms, or even Tebogo Kotsi on all his platforms.
Yeah.
We want to hear your stories. We want to chat to you, and you can be anonymous or you can be in the hot
guest.
seat. It's up to you, honestly speaking.
I wish you could put my counselor among our and they could all fit monan. Because there were new developments this week.
This week was wild.
Too wild.
We have a new mayor or we don't have a new mayor. Which
we
one?
We have an old new mayor.
Old new mayor, that's the one. That's the one.
You know the one thing that irritates me about South African things that are happening is that we tend to recycle people.
Can we just say politics?
Politics. Thank you. Okay, let me be blatant. We tend to recycle politicians like recycling themselves. Like this week, we saw the return of Ntate Papi Mokwena.
Why do you think that is? Is it because Thabo the youth?
Yep. I can blatantly say our politicians, which is our elderlies, Thabo is young people.
Our old age home.
And if they can just accept, if they can give us a chance as young people to transform, imagine what would happen.
Do they understand that in the next couple of years they're going to die out and leave us in this mess?
Nah, they want to just...
That shows you how selfish our parents are.
Yep, thank you. We barely handle. They're too selfish. I mean, like, how do you go... Honestly speaking, it's the same... I was looking at the list of all the candidates. The Mangau. Old people by pension, and no offense, but you should be enjoying your time.
We are in an international joke because our Minister of the Youth is 74 years old.
Thank you.
So I'm trying to figure out what's new here.
Have you seen the age group of parliament? It's like old aging. For real, like there's no... I mean, like that. How are they gonna make life-changing decisions on young people's lives? They don't wanna let go still.
They can't even relate to young people. They
I
can't
mean,
even
like-
spend an hour with a young person.
Have you ever heard them debate? Chair, I would like to raise a point of motion.
Wait, hold on. What are they debating about when they don't even know the young ones' issues? Let's start
Apparently,
there.
they're debating about creating jobs for young people. But how check in most positions, what happens? They recycle people. Look into the Free State. Look into the Free State. I mean, like, we don't even have a young HOD. Oh, no, we do. We do. But we want.
Azam, progress.
Mare, le young HOD, wait to fat. But anyway, it's not about that.
Let the MEC, at least we have young MECs.
Yeah, MEC is Razama, Shema. I know we've got a couple of young
Yeah,
ones.
we
We
do.
saw
We have a
Dibola
couple, yeah.
coming in.
Yeah.
Mikey's still there.
I can't believe I get to say I went to high school with an MEC. Like,
At least she's within the age bracket.
dude.
But they should have taken her to a department that's youth related.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Bamisa to the department
that
that
she
is not
could-
youth related.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
But
The
to
triggering.
Premier,
Lukisa.
Lukisa ntate, Lukisa, bachaba batla ho phela. You know, young people want. Now, like on a serious note, young people are looking for opportunities. You cannot be recycling old politicians and not giving us opportunity. Imagine if Mangaung, there was a young candidate for a mayor or a city manager who has a vision to change the city. This place would go far.
I actually want us to come and have a conversation with the older generation. I'm a 2000 a break for a minute. We need to actually have a conversation.
A serious
Why-
one.
Yeah, like we really need to have a serious conversation because this is a serious matter. These people will be dead in 10 to 20 years. What kind of mess are y'all leaving behind?
That's 5 years.
Yeah? No, like seriously, but besides the amount of ratio of years, whatever, they're still dying out, but they're leaving a mess. Like they don't, it's like they are blatantly disregarding their legacies, if you know what I mean.
True, because now I don't know. Maybe they enjoy the stress, and you could be home sitting enjoying your pension, watching your grandkids.
No, I
O batla
feel,
ho gutla, o tlo go tshwakisa stress, le wena o tshwakisa stress for no reason.
mara le bona ha batla, I think ba tlo dlala ka di-file tsa bone le bone as well.
Like what?
The unreliability of the youth.
Do you
give them
think the
an
youth is
opportu-
unreliable?
You give them an opportunity and then they piss on it. They buy a hotel basically. They don't care.
But not all of them.
No. I'm not saying all of them, but that's the misfortune and the misunderstanding that we sometimes get.
But
You find these people with good intentions. For example, let me give you a basic example. Nalwena, we have good intentions,
True.
right? But there's this happens a lot to people. It comes a point where we start out, we have good intentions, and then at some point we make progress. You know, we get the career, we get the money, we get the house, we get the wife or the partner, we get the promotion, and they change us. You get from the pure intentions we used to have, and then we alter and we become different people. Do you get? Are you seeing where I'm going with this, or am I confusing you?
you're not confusing me. I see where you're going with this, because at the end of the day, I can say to you, there's that saying, ya gore, money is the root of all evil. Others would say money would bring out your true colors. And now I tend
I
to...
don't think so.
Same. I was
Yeah.
coming to that, but now let's look at these
Wena.
old... Mara mamela. Look at these old generations. There's a gap that they missed.
They did a
A
huge
huge
one.
gap. I mean, like,
Huge.
when they were young in our age and in their prime,
They didn't
they were
have-
busy running around
fighting.
the streets fighting for freedom.
Yeah.
Into, I understand that part.
Yeah.
Sharp, we got the freedom,
Yeah.
but we're still messing it up.
Yep.
And it's them that are
Yep.
messing it up. Because
Absolutely.
now you find a 70-year-old who wants to live like a 24-year-old.
Yeah.
Sharp.
Abafibana chance.
Fambana chance. I mean, like, Mercedes, when it designed E-Class 250 or 300, it was designing for a 60, 50-year-old to drive it. How did the AMG di tla le bolaka? AMGs are for the young ones. Sports cars were designed for young people.
Words
So-
are sounds like that. It's like you're guessing them up even worse.
No, but they need to accept that. But Happy, you know what? I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday. I went on a solo outing. So we were having a conversation about the generational gap. And what they raised is that girls mature faster than men.
But it's always been like that.
It's always been like that. In
Yes.
high school,
Yes.
you find young girls dating older guys in tertiary, in driving taxis. So now-
Baba.
There's always something that a girl can get while she was still young. And then the minute they start engaging in other activities like alcohol, sex, and what, but pick up a mileage, they get
True.
older quicker.
True.
Now with the guys, the younger guys, Mr. X, they are not being given a chance because they are not being looked at.
So haba gain mileage.
Habagini mileage. Now he works his shoes off, and eventually at the age of 30 he makes it. Now he's got all this money, he's got the house, he's got everything. Where do you think he's gonna go? He's gonna
Young
go to
girls.
the young ones.
Yeah.
So basically
And
it's a vicious cycle.
Yes.
You understand? And I've kind of like made peace with it, but I don't like it.
I don't think we should make peace with it.
Do you think the older people must
Will they?
we get cougars?
No, but will they?
I doubt.
Yes, they will.
They can try.
They can try,
But I get it now. Then there comes that factor when women mature, sexually you become more.
yes.
But now when
Become
men
more
get
frisky.
older, stress wise you slow down.
Yes.
And then there's other factors, high blood, diabetes. Now you're starting to get erectile problems. Now you can't keep up. Apparently, these 40-year-olds, life begins at 40, ladies, apparently.
Yeah. No, sex drive. Actually, it's in the 30s. Sex drive, yeah, women from the 30s upwards, it starts becoming a volcano.
Nah, they're not, man. They're just lazy.
Hey. No, it's
There are
not
women
even
who
no,
are lazy.
no. There are women that are lazy, but I've also picked up happen. Unfortunately, not all women are lucky enough to meet people that appetize them.
Ooh, that's true.
So it does not always necessarily mean the woman is stuck up or stafy. It's just hada. You're not what she's looking for, and it happens. Even with guys, it happens. Come on, it's nature.
Now, tell me this. Do you think these older men, when they go for these younger generations, do you think it's easy for them to manipulate them and it's
Yes.
easy for these ones to fall?
Yes. Look, it's like you just said. The older they get the job, they get the house, they get the money, they get the car and everything. They have access.
True.
Do you get what I mean? Here is a young girl who has lack of. Do you get? And this person is introducing them to the lack thereof, in which they have. So in the long run, yes, it's going to end up being a manipulation, because at the end of the day, the older person is influencing the younger person in everything that they are doing and the access that they are giving them. Do you get? Sometimes I wouldn't necessarily say it's a manipulation all the time.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just literally just two people just
Agreeing.
taking
True.
and taking what they need from each other. Do you get? I think also as a society, we really need to stop this thing out in a relationship. Tebogo is the bad guy, Laila is the good guy.
It's always the case.
We need to stop that. Seriously, you know why?
But
No, you know why? I'll give you a basic example. Shaba mo di family, mo di family, let's say, a husband and a wife,
sure.
and Sheba, the husband and wife in the marriage, in each family, which side is each family going to take? Do you get what I mean?
True.
Yes. Hence, I'm saying we need to stop making people everything good guy, bad guy. Tebogo, your bad guy is not my bad guy. Do you get?
True.
Just like my bad guy is not your bad guy.
You
Do you get?
100% right.
So we need to stop that thinking, because that thinking also adds on to the manipulation. That's how we can easily manipulate.
And it's
people.
funny how families would actually jump to conclusions. Like I've seen in most cases where one of the partners dies, and let's say they're married, then the partner dies, then the family would come and say, "Yeah, you killed Manabo,
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4,
And they
5,
don't know
or you did
anything
one."
that happened in the relationship.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because they were not there. Because
Yes.
I was correcting someone, Kimarakere. you cannot be on the other side of the fence and tell me gore ngwana lona was manipulated. And I'm like, but you don't know the full story.
You were not even in.
You were not even within the yard.
At all.
I was within the yard until I got kicked out of the yard. You get my point? So I can tell you one thing, yeah. She wasn't manipulated. She took a decision to say, this is the life that I want. And nobody actually disputed that.
Exactly.
Now that things are going the other way, now they want to point fingers. Yeah, I wish you could curse on this thing, but it's fine. But anyway, like I'm saying, it goes back to I was following the story, sir, Thabo Best. Honestly speaking, I didn't follow that story until Friday.
Hectic. Why?
It's
What
quite
happened
hectic,
on Friday?
and there's certain things that I've picked up.
What happened on Friday for you to finally follow it?
No, I was on Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
and then I saw no. It was when we were sitting. We were sitting and having our Friday chillers.
Sure.
And I was going through my Twitter and I saw a picture of Thabo Best
With
with
the former president.
and somebody sharp. And I kind of like thought, oh, maybe it's photoshopped possibilities. You look at it, you zoom sharp. It looks photoshopped, but skaka, it's not. And then I started saying, you know what, who is this Thabo Best thing? Because everybody's been talking about Thabo Best. Everybody has been talking about Nandi, the doctor. Nandi looks cute, you know. So I started making follow-up. So as I'm making follow-up, I come across one tweet where there's a voice note. Nandi was recording a phone call between her and Thabo. It's the things that guy said to her.
What did he say?
That caught my attention.
Okay.
He was shouting at her to say, it's my house, you're gonna respect my house, you are the wife in this house. You're gonna do as I say. And then it's a bit vulgar, and there was a part where he mentioned, you and that guy, I don't know if he's referring to Nandi's husband, or I think Nandi was having something. And he kept on saying, you and that guy, if you do not stop what you're doing, I'm gonna kill you.
Hey, what?
It was quite hectic. He mentioned there were threats for he's gonna kill her, he's gonna kill both of them, and he's gonna cut off his little tontoni and stick it in her mouth.
Hey, what?
Hectic. I'll send you those things.
Okay.
And then fast forward, in that very same conversation, he mentions the part and I've got eyes all over. I've got people following you. Even if you go to another person's house, I've got people that know I know what you do, and I'm politically connected. Now it raised that caught my attention to say, if this person can escape out of prison on the last some May, 10 days later he's seen in Sandton driving a Range Rover going shopping.
He's very politically connected.
My friend. Then I started going in. You know me when I go in.
Investigator activated.
I go in and I'm looking at the pattern. Sharp. There's 43 million in the one account. They managed to swingle. They did some birthday celebration with him popping up in the podcast, not podcast, if you want to Skype, what. Ne? And I'm thinking, okay, this guy has conned people. And now they catch them guy, Tanzania. Meaning they're on the run. You skip Mozambique, you skip other countries, you get to Tanzania. You've been using fake passports. But now they trace you with what Nandi used her original passport, if I'm correct, from what I heard. That's how they managed to catch them. So I'm thinking, this girl, if you are Bonnie and Clyde and you are in love, how stupid are you to go to Tanzania and use your own passport? And this is when I came to this conclusion. She wanted to get caught because she was fearing for
her life.
We don't know. God knows what this guy said he's going to do to Nandi and the kids and what. But from my own little analysis, if Nandi's smart and she's got a smart lawyer, she can walk out and go chow that money. And this one, we don't know how connected he is. Things happen in prison. Might become somebody's...
The plot thickens.
But I don't know. I think it's manipulation is something that we're taking it quite light and it's quite serious.
No. It's very, very serious. That's why I actually want you to go back in your investigation, especially what is the story and the situation between Thabo and Nandipha. How did Nandipha find herself in Tanzania with Thabo?
Story has it that they met while Thabo started this modeling agency type of a scam.
I heard that. Where
And
he
he
was
lured her
recruiting
in.
and raping
Yeah.
girls. Yes.
So I think the relationship started there. It was one of those toxic, those toxic relationships on and off. They went their separate ways. Nandipha started her new life. But Thabo will always be that guy, the Clyde.
Sharp, I get you.
Sharp. So now, in between all this mess, he managed to swing her to collaborate with him in order to build this company while you are still in jail. And while you was building this company, obvious money washes hands, and there were money that went on to.
This is when he was given access to the laptop in prison, right?
Apparently, this guy was eating soft.
Okay.
Like he was
So
sleeping in a double posturepedic mattress
in prison.
in prison,
He was not in prison. But
and he was wearing kicks. You could see on that picture on Twitter. This guy was living his life. He didn't even wear prison overalls.
Okay.
Poor Botabiso Baba Saban Nate Baba in the prison overall. So, but here's the thing: Nandi never visited Thabo unless they used a fake identity.
Okay.
There's no records
Of her visiting him.
But for some odd reason, he managed to control her from the outside. Because the whole story, there's cops that were banned in the cell, and Nandi got them in. I'm asking myself, how? What if they killed somebody in jail?
It's very likely.
So now, Nandi might be the pawn or might be the mastermind. At some point, I used to say she was the mastermind. Women are very dangerous.
I'm starting to think she's the pawn because she deliberately got them caught.
That's what I was coming to.
Yeah.
She is a pawn because even if you look at her picture and her body language after she got arrested, there's a picture where they're both sitting on a table and they have their face down. Look at the arm. Nandi has her arm like, who's angry, like, why did I get myself into this situation? That on its own, that first says a lot, number one. Number two, for her to use a passport, it's a cry for help. You can't say to that person, now I wanna go home. He will leave you there. I'm suspecting they moved some money to some offshore accounts. So now he needs her to actually get the money when they get to another country. Now she's reading for, I jump, I get to another country, I might not come back. So what's the best thing to do? Let me rather go back home. Now, the problem in that, the question becomes, if Nandi gets out of jail, how connected is this guy? He doesn't have an ID. The Minister of Home Affairs stood there and he said, Thabo Bester doesn't have an ID. That's scary. Yes, back in the days, before to IDs, we knew they couldn't take them somewhat like now. You didn't have an ID number, you have to register at 16. But apparently at 16, Thabo was busy stealing money from the next door neighbor and other things. His own mother says he's been a problem child. And I don't like the fact that how people are referring to him to say, yeah, he's a product of rape. It's not that. Psychologically, that guy is a mess. And he's a threat to society. Because from that voice note, then
you shouldn't say that because of what happened to him, he is a threat. But continue.
That's my phone. But now, I said, I wanted Laila to read that thing. But anyway, I'll show it to you now. So, in this situation, I think Nandi is going to cry a victim to say I was forced into this situation because he threatened me. He threatened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the state might be lenient on her.
She can even use that voice note or what is it that you...
It's already there.
Yes, yeah.
And she looks pregnant, dog.
Yeah. And she can even say she was raped repeatedly and she was a hostage. She could literally get away with this.
She can. That's why Sky puts out, is she the mastermind? Remember the movie Den of Thieves?
Yes.
Remember the mastermind?
Yes.
Person we didn't see coming.
Yeah. And those are always the best movies, Jim. But here's the thing, I like where you're going with this and the root cause. Ne? How we need to mataka, ne?
Yeah.
At the end of it, ne? At the end of it, the root cause, yeah, human nature.
Just read the middle
Ke bala
part.
eng ya nung.
Don't say the name, just read the middle part.
The middle part.
Yeah. About September.
Where is September? Oh. Yeah?
Yes! Lisa, we have another topic, but very soon.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Wabona kima?
Yes.
Okay.
Get,
Ah, oh. Hey. You were saying?
I don't know. I'm lost. What was I?
My
What were we
friend,
talking
the
about?
UnSaid is going to be very interesting. I'm not going to lie to
I'm a
you.
bit, wait.
Eh,
What was I saying? Yo. What was I saying?
we were talking about manipulation.
Sharp. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, what you're saying, ne,
Yeah.
basically shows the basic core of human nature.
Mm,
Essentially, as humans, we are bored.
true.
And most of the things that we do them to entertain ourselves. Now, when it comes to manipulation, most people actually, if you haven't picked it up, we sort of give ourselves over to people with the hope that we can trust them and they won't use and abuse our trust when we give it over. And I don't just mean this in relationships, I mean this in everything.
True.
From a simple hello to a simple somebody asking you for directions. Do you get what I mean? Just that you're giving them that power and that manipulation. Seriously, a person, if they chooses, they can choose to direct you in the wrong direction.
True.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. So manipulation at the end of the day is basically a core crux and the depth of how bored we are, and us as humans can see how far we can use and manipulate the next human after that. Do you get what I mean?
2020.
I can literally sit here and manipulate Tebogo if I wanted.
True.
That's how crazy manipulation is.
And get away with it.
And get away with it. Like literally. And get away with it. You get, I mean.
The world got away with COVID.
The pandemic. Anyway, where was I? Lawyers.
Woo!
Lawyers, guys. Lawyers. Like number one, like strategists. I don't want to even say manipulators, but unfortunately they were trained to manipulate the law.
Yesterday we were burying Ntate Majolo, one of the
Yes.
best lawyers.
From the province, yeah.
Yeah. And it's the way he used to. I like what your dad said at the funeral, and which was like, yeah,
Hit the nail on the coffin.
Sure.
Yeah.
That man, the way he was so good when it comes to law, he would literally manipulate a judge to win a case by just playing around with his words.
Yes.
And that's what lawyers do.
That's literally what lawyers
If
do.
you're good with your words,
You are born a jack of all trades. Shit.
that man used to be that good.
Yeah.
And
And that's basically manipulation.
true.
Like literally, you can be a homeless person today and wake up in a hotel tomorrow
True.
if you know how to use your words. Literally.
We always get away with stuff.
Dude, no, like literally, it's not a joke. Like literally, like I told you recently, some of the bizarre things that have been happening to me.
Ooh, when
No, like the bizarre things, and it's basically me letting go and not trying to manipulate the outcome.
But I wish they could understand who they are trying to manipulate. They won't win. Because you've seen West, my friend. You've been through. Listen, people, Mamela. And I'm giving you advice.
Oh my word.
If you want to try your luck with Laila, I know you all going to try your luck. Shame, she's seen the West. You can't. Trust me, you can't. Kapaya, my friend.
What do you mean?
Unless she allows it.
What do you mean try your luck? Please give me an example. Because you are dating,
You were manipulated into a date. But you saw it was going to happen. You predicted it.
I kind of did, but at the same time, I was like, it's not a date.
Yeah, it's not a date because you allowed it. I know that situation. Then I would do the same thing. I would just say, ah, man, let me just give them an audience. But you
Hey.
could see, okay, where's this person going?
Wait, how could you see it and I didn't see it?
Laila, based on our conversation about that situation, I could see, no offense, but you, I don't know. I don't know if you stand a chance or you might. Let me not go. Let me not say anything.
What is happening?
But in this situation, my friend, yes, Laila is single, by the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I told you.
So what, now you're manipulating my love life?
No, I'm not manipulating your love life. You said, don't be sad.
No, it's the unsaid.
Oh, sorry.
You just said something that's been unsaid on the
Oh yeah, I just said something that's been unsaid on the unsaid.
today. And I thought I'm the one that's supposed to be slow today. Like, ding, ding, ding. What's happening with you?
But like I say, I love how, you know this. Here's the funniest thing, lad. People always would try to come to you or get hold of you through me, ne? Because they believe, man, I need to get to know Laila. Why not even Laila? Like, for example, those inboxes, people asking for management, yada, yada, yada. Please speak to Laila, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm saying, but inbox her, man. You don't have to come through me. I don't have to go influence Laila for you to, just have a chat with her. If it becomes difficult, then you tell me. If I see something good, I'll speak to her. Now people are want to, when I saw that lady, Moban.
Which lady?
The
Is
dungeon
this the
one.
same story?
I just remembered because Umputito guy.
Eh?
Yes, and I forgot. I can't know little time she was asking me about you.
Okay.
And
And
you
what
guys
did
looked
you say?
she copied your image. My friend.
Ask you?
Yeah.
She what?
You know what? I'm gonna give it away. I'll tell you after the show. Yeah. For a minute, I was like, when you sing.
Double.
Double.
Deja vu.
Yeah. And then I remembered that Sutia, how the black one. I was like, wild. And I'm looking at the walk and I'm like, wild. I'm like, wild. But like swear dungeon.
Go back to the story sao.
I just got
O kene in
distracted.
dungeon o disa o na le kae hleng thusang yo Mr. Dungeon. Yo I khona marot.
Oh, no. No, but this week has been hectic. Oh, no, we're talking about your date. So, people would always try to come into your life and they look for ways. I think they would even try to go through Mr. X or try to go through one of our crew members just to get, because it's like with politicians. If you know somebody who's close to a certain politician and you need their influence,
Access to them.
you're gonna try and manipulate his so that he can go and speak to manipulation. Man. Why can't we just have?
And it's in everything.
It's in everything. Like
Literally.
everything, you literally have to. It's like kissing ass. It's kissing ass.
Literally.
Basically.
Like literally. Like I can even think, even as a parent, you still have to manipulate. You're manipulating your child, you're manipulating the school teacher, you're manipulating the doctor. Literally your whole life is manipulating so your child can get onto the next
The
thing.
teenagers are manipulating the young ones to have one round.
Yeah. And then they're getting pregnant.
Oh, you know what I saw yesterday? Guys, this is the funniest thing that I saw yesterday. So we're sitting at Langonoven Park with the guys, like I said. So I'm looking at this group of girls, she's giving me hand signals. And I couldn't read them. Like, so now I'm like, so I'm thinking, no, she's talking to the other guy on the other table. So this guy turns like me. This girl is like, so this guy give 10. I don't have it. I want chairman. So I asked the people that I'm sitting with, what does this mean now? It's like, no, Kotsi, she's calling you. Like, so I'm like, you know what? I was drinking juice, and I'm like, oh, she looked the other way. Fine, minus one problem. I saw my winning formula. Jiggy, jiggy, jiggy. She's on her phone. 5 5 minutes later, guy arrives. Who wasn't in there? Half eater, they talk. Bayako bare mbili yatla. Guess what? The guy was called Khogatlo Petala Biliabo. And he paid it. And he had to go sit and wait for them to finish drinking whatever that they drinking.
Also, trap.
I was gonna be manipulated.
Oh, to pay the bill.
To pay the bill. Of which that's what happens outside.
Yes, a lot. It's happening right now.
But now, after you manipulate me and then we're supposed to go and then you can't give the pronanki, then what? This is where Kamushanung Hodnale hate. Same the poor guy you keep. And I get money by a chelty. I'm like, I kill when I was to Shibile or concentrated. What the 200? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But that's my question. So, women, I still say, women can manipulate men to do whatever that they want them to benefit from.
True.
Men can manipulate women into the most dangerous situation.
True.
Whereby she can, I mean, like for Nandi to leave her kids and her husband and her family and to fake her father's and brother's desk
That's very
because
true.
of this guy.
Very true.
It's very dangerous. I mean, like, look at stories whereby lovers would collaborate to kill the husband or to kill the wife so that they can benefit and be together. What's a divorce?
Remember that couple that was from England, that Indian couple?
Oh.
And the husband literally hired
a hitman
in Cape
Town.
Like,
and that guy got away with it.
Like, guys.
You seen Twitter?
Yeah, no.
Kanako, he wanted to benefit what? Insurance.
Insurance, yeah. Like, yeah.
No. Culture, you marry into the wife's family.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
It's vice versa.
I know, because they celebrate not having daughters. Yeah, it's always confusing.
It's the wife who pays lobola, that's it.
Yes.
And then you benefit. South Africa.
What are manipulating you, lobola negotiation?
South Africa. You know what I dislike about us South Africans? We have lost touch with our culture, and we have been easily manipulated to follow Western cultures.
No, we've been manipulated all our lives.
Just because he decided to come with a mirror and put it in front of. Now those forefathers, you know
what's my favorite line?
What?
He came with I once saw, kind of, where did I see this? They came with the Bible. They left the Bible and they took the land. The land is gone. Hallelujah. Hey, worship. The land is gone. We're not so
And you know what's the saddest thing, that till today they will preach to us about the Bible, but they don't know who's the author of the Bible. You see? They will never give you the author. Mara, they will tell you, this is First Testament, the Second Testament. This is what happened in the First Testament. This is what happened in the Second Testament. Rona, while we're still debating about do not have sex before marriage, they took the land.
The land
while you're not having sex while during marriage, they are having sex.
The land is gone.
Then they write the 10 Commandments. Do not commit adultery.
When now you're paying attention, they are breaking all of them.
No, the Bible says we mustn't commit adultery. The Bible says the holier the freaky. The Bible says we mustn't do 1, 2, 3. The Bible says we must do. But you look the other way. There's one lady down there, another downstairs. You know?
Manipulating.
I keep oh. They forget the Bible. Every Sunday.
Is coming out.
No, I'm going to church. That's why people are eating rats in church. You know the joys of having a pastor in your cruise. The No, but the Bible, you know what, now that since we talk about the Bible is the biggest scam of all the scams.
Okay.
Because where how episodes that we read in the Bible, they're supposed to play out.
Okay.
Simple. The Bible keeps on telling us about Revelation, the last one, the ending of the world. And they're always bringing it closer. When the pandemic started, Revelation chapter 13. But this is man-made. Don't you think how funny it is that AIDS started exactly in 1984? Before 1984, there was no AIDS. There was syphilis, there was not corona, man. What's that? Gonorrhea.
Shaba,
Sexual transmission.
don't you remember Y2K?
Y2K, millennium. Toko blele, Mr. X, what happened?
I wonder you.
The year was 1999. We're supposed to move to 2000.
Let's give them a brief background of, I think, the last 2-3 years before that. How everybody was excited for Y2K.
We even had a song about it.
We even the year 2000. Kanakoyo celebrated the world ending. You know what I always asked, and nobody ever answered me sharp. Okay, the world is ending. Y2K. Come the year 2000, we're all gonna die. The world is gonna. Literally, everyone believed this. What I always asked, and no one ever answered me sharp. I agree. We're all gonna die and burn to death. The world is gonna end. We are all dead. Y2K. Ne? Can someone please just answer me just one thing? Ne? Which midnight?
Hey!
So which midnight are we dying on?
The 19
Because
the
there's
2000 one.
no, there's multiple of them.
Exactly.
America is the last one.
Yeah, the time difference.
So when are we dying? Kana komang where? Which time?
People ran and withdrew money from the bank.
Please tell me when. Because right now it's not the same time in America as it is in
Dubai.
Australia and Dubai.
But think about it, Buffett.
So
think
which
about
time?
it.
When are we dying?
The year you guys are depriving yourself from
Living
and
and experiencing life
because
you choose.
You choose to be manipulated. It's either you fall up. I'm sorry, Pastor, but there's Bible alone. I know my dad is a priest. I don't have
This
a problem with.
This is a pastor's child.
We pray.
PK.
I believe in God. God is there. Is the Holy Spirit, like our ancestors. That's how I see. But whoever wrote the Bible to mislead us as black people.
To manipulate us.
To give up the land. The land is gone.
Shame.
We cannot even take it back because there are pieces of paper called title deeds that certain people are holding. And they say, near DS may land. Have you seen the you get a piece of land, Nnyane, you celebrate a 4x4 square meter, but you get to town. A person is sitting on a 2,000 square meters.
You know, that's the biggest manipulation that we're currently in, literally related to what you're saying. I find it interesting that it was a hoopla when the law, President saying about basically giving land to black people. That thing that got people in an uproar, right? It's funny how it got people angry, the whole world. It was even in international news how the president wants to give black people land in South Africa. Do you remember? Land
without compensation.
That one, okay, reappropriation of the all of those things. Ne? I love how right now, and this is another very big manipulation that we need to pay attention to, and it's very important to what you just referenced right now. Our government right now, as black people, is trying to empower us, and it is wrong. It looks wrong.
Yeah.
But those same white people were empowered by that same white government many years ago to get that same land. But now when we do it, it's wrong. That is manipulation in itself.
What I love about no, I'm not gonna use the word love. No, point of correction. What I dislike about how white people are actually running this country. It's the way they dislike us.
Yes.
I mean, like, if a person is gonna block opportunities for you because they want them to benefit. I mean, like, look how the system.
No, the system is designed for them.
Exactly.
It's not designed for us, period.
90% of black people are blacklisted. Yes, we are black, we know.
No, but the
But
system...
do you literally have to say we are blacklisted? No, sir, if you do not pay right now, you're going to be blacklisted. You can't get credit.
Yeah.
But when not a check.
You know what's funny, ne? Everything that they are doing, ne? The minute we rise and stand up on our own and create our own systems, it's over.
Exactly.
And they panic.
We must do that with the banks.
We should do that with everything.
Yeah.
Everything. We should create our own cars, our own bricks, our own soil, our own roofs. We should create and here's the tragedy, ne? The way we are conditioned, ne? We are conditioned with lack. And we don't. We are conditioned to think we don't have. Do you get what I mean? We are conditioned to think as black people that we are hungry, we are poor, sokola, and we are dirty, and we are black. You get what I mean? That also needs to stop, because that in itself is a manipulation. We are not all of those things.
But
we are incredible. We have minerals. We have power. We have land. Look at our kids. Tebogo, or where for a child playing in the street somewhere, we can create an industry.
No,
you are aware? Literally, like some of the things that they play. Exactly. In some of the things you play in the street, the things that the kids do. These kids more pekovs, the skateboard. You can create an industry for those kids. Skateboard. Everything that is done to us is a manipulation to belittle us and to think that we have lack thereof.
And we must start standing up because.
Yes.
But now we must stop judging each other.
Yes.
Because they're using the very same system to actually destroy us.
Yes, they turn the tables on us. It's the self-hate thing we were talking about at our last episode. They've taken the love we have for each other, they took it out of us, and then they put in the hate. They put in the hate so that it's easy to... Mamela, right? I'm going to tell you... Sorry, Mamela, ne? Guys, like, be honest, ne? What would be easier to manipulate? Mutu oitata or mutu oitati? Yes. It's very easy to manipulate someone who hates themselves. Because if you love yourself, you are content, you are enough, you know who you are, you know what you want in life. So no Tom, Dick and Tamang is going to come out of nowhere and dangle a carrot in front of you because you are not a horse. You know that. You know you are a flower, not a horse. So if somebody came with a carrot and dangled it in front of you, you're not going to say, and go after it, because you know you are not a horse.
True.
Do you get? So most people end up being manipulated because they hate themselves.
Just like those,
period.
Just like those people who wear those designer labels and they think they're better. You hate yourself.
No, you really do, because you're doing it to make yourself feel better in the front of other people, finding validation from other people when you should be getting validation from yourself.
You really the celebrity. And I can't hakala. No, not the celebrity. You don't love yourself. Because at the end of the day, and the saddest thing is that they utilize this celebrity status.
The lifestyle. Yeah, the glitz, the glam, to make it look attractive. True. That's how they manipulate other people into it.
I was actually checking out the car industry. I must look for a car for you.
Yes.
And I was checking out when you are a black person and you're buying a car on credit. Also charge the balloon payment.
Like, balloon payment is insane. Like, they even rip me off on a second-hand car with residual, and that's illegal. That is illegal.
We see you, banks. We are coming.
Guys.
We are coming.
Yeah, no,
I mean, like,
lives are movies, shame.
Guys, you can even check when you go and trying to get housing or
everything. That's why the system is not for us. It's
that white tiny. So are you credit worthy? Hey, credit worthy, you need accommodation, you pay for it. But certain people have a phone obobu Africans of a discount.
Yep. But can I tell you something? I don't know where the president ended up with this thing, but when the president started coming into his presidency, he had mentioned that one of the things he wants to do in schools, especially public schools, is to put entrepreneurship as a subject. Do you get what I mean? Do you know what I mean? No. I'm not referring to him. I'm just saying simple things like that. They would rather deliberately put in things for us to trip and fall than things that better us. For example, they would put in money into booze and alcohol and things that destroy us than things that actually better us and build us.
Can I raise something very sensitive? And I'm gonna say the schools' names.
I don't say the schools' names.
No, I'm going.
I don't say the schools' names. This is unsaid. We don't do that.
No, it's unsaid, but I need to say this.
But no, don't say it.
Why?
We don't say.
There's those two schools here.
Okay, sharp. I get which two schools. Move on. Don't say their names.
Those two schools
okay.
that are next to each other.
Okay.
Have you seen how they discriminate on application forms?
Yes, for years.
And this thing, Kanako, those are government schools.
Yes, for years.
Because some of the SGBs, they make sure apparently it's based on a status.
Yes.
It's easy for your child to go in when you are a businessman or
when you have money.
Kanako, it's a government school.
Yes.
Don't forget. If it was a private school, I wouldn't be saying this.
Yes.
It needs to be corrected. And it's something that I'm telling you now. I'm not gonna let it go like the champagne.
Kind of champagne now this morning. I was so dead when I actually wanted to take a video with it. And I was like, and then I forgot.
So basically, all I'm just saying is that people, we need to start being awakened.
Yes, absolutely.
We need to.
But the world is shifting.
Do you think so?
I know so.
Certain portion.
No. Let me show you how I see the world.
Alex is still next to Sente.
No. I get you. But here's the thing, and I said this to you at our last episode. If you check most of the shift and the way the world changes, we usually check the Westerners or the Easterners or the Chinese or Russians or whatever trends is happening in the world. Do you get what I mean? And currently, the trend that is happening in the world is we are going into the trend of love, healing. Do you know why? Because we are tired of all of this. We are exhausted. We are really tired. We are exhausted. It's emotionally and mentally exhausting.
Women are tired of men.
Do you get what I mean? No, like seriously. And the world is shifting. It may be
7 minutes.
Yeah, Mama, it may be slow, but the world is changing. True. It is definitely shifting. There is a manipulation in change, if we can put it like that. Do you get what I mean? But the world is changing. I'll give you a basic. We started this podcast, and people keep congratulating us. And now I don't understand. I really don't understand why people keep congratulating us.
Same.
Do you get? You get? That's a simple
but
change.
It's because we are growing.
No. That's a simple change. Do you think me and you, this is the end?
No.
Our knowledge alone is going to change people.
True.
Look what happened to me. I thought I was going to go counsel this girl and help this girl. This girl tricked me into a date. Do you get what I mean? Because when we're not doing this, I'm helping other people. Do you get what I mean? I'm listening to other people and I'm hearing where the world is shifting towards.
Now that you mention that, did you see my status last night?
Which one?
I said let's rebuild this province one more time.
Yes, one more time.
It was based on what you just said now.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about it alone to say, I was being hard for, and then I thought of it to say, you know what? Sometimes we cannot say we have a junkyard in our yard, but we don't utilize.
And we don't do the work.
Let's
clear
take
the junk.
all that crap, all that metal.
Yeah, because we're always
reuse
complaining. Thank you. We're always complaining, whining, bitching and moaning and not actually doing anything. True. And that is why it is also so easy for you to be manipulated to continue your hate, your toxicity, you know, instead of building yourself, your negativity. Because we allow it. We allow those manipulations. We allow all of those things. So let's. You're right. Let's work on our junkyard. Let's, instead of sitting on the couch watching the TV and complaining about what's smelling outside in the back, let's get up, switch off the TV, and let's go clear the junkyard in the back. Let's go.
And take all that junk and put it in a dish and turn it into electricity.
And we can turn a lot of things.
Okay. My hot man, my sister. key positions. Listen to this thing. Did you know that you can take the garbage that we throw in all these dump yards and we can actually turn it into energy?
Yeah.
Crisis, electricity and all that.
Yeah.
Carbon monoxide can generate electricity. I know certain people won't want us to actually go into, because there was a topic about this a couple of years back, and the guy who brought this topic just disappeared. So now I'm gonna say it. Carbon monoxide can generate electricity because we've got so much junk in this country. Let's utilize them. You can utilize your sewage plants, your rubbish dumps, what.
Dude, everything in this country can work.
But you need a young mayor who can do this.
And beautifully, ne? But here's the thing, ne? For certain people in certain places, this chaos is
making them rich.
Yes. It makes sense to them. They don't care about us.
They
don't care about the little things that could better our lives. It's time we need to actually stop looking at them and actually start looking at ourselves, because if we actually start creating our own industries, our own materials, our own things, then we are taking our power back. We need to start doing that, because that's how they're manipulating us.
And now that you're saying that, the nicest thing is that we are going to the 2024 election. It's time that young people start putting their energy into other young people.
Absolutely.
So that we change everything that is happening.
Absolutely.
Because we're sick and tired of getting these recycled situations that are going on.
Absolutely.
So I don't know what decision you're going to make, but don't sit out. Now you know what I encourage people. Go out and vote.
Yeah.
Let's make that change. I'm not going to force you to
participate.
Participate. It's the most important.
Participate.
Yeah. Sitting back at home and saying, I'm not going to vote, it doesn't help. You need to participate, because like the director they manipulate and they like 3 minutes. You know, at the end of the day, if you do participate and make that mark, and you bring in a person who's gonna make change, we're gonna take it further.
Absolutely.
But my friend, I'm loving on you energy.
Yes, hot seat vibes. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please send us your emails. Tell us your stories. We want to hear. We want to share. We want to dissect. We want to know. Look, as much as this story is about us, we also want to learn. We're also here to learn. This podcast is also about us learning and developing our skills and bettering ourselves. You know, I was showing the team the other day that we should also go into little short clips, short movies, and other things, that we are growing, we are developing. We are not just static. We are nature.
And by the way, the team, I must tell you something. Even though we had a long leave, people have actually been applauding us for our consistency.
Yes.
So we need to also encourage. Thank you to you guys. Let's
thank
also
you, team.
keep up.
Shout out to the team.
Honestly speaking, our team is growing.
Yeah, love our team.
And very soon, So, but without wasting any time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you to Premier Hotel, one of our best sponsors, who actually gave us a venue. And sponsors, we're still looking out. If you know out there, you've got products that you want to display, advertise.
The table is all yours.
The table is all yours. You are a young upcoming entrepreneur, let's give it fine. You better come up with good things. Hey. I'm very sensitive. I'm non-branded. So, but if you want to share your business opportunities or anything that will make you change your life, please, the table is open.
Let's do it.
Put your product there and come to the hot seat and tell us about it. And I know, thanks to Tapelo, Rockla TV, here, Rocklands Inal TV. And this TV station is going to grow. So to all the people about Rocklands, you must follow Rockla Hood, because he's going to tell you stories. There's going to be changes. Pastor, I don't know what to say about you, because, I said something about the Bible.
Yeah, no, let's leave it out for this episode.
So I'm going to leave out that one.
No.
So without wasting any time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tebogo, Kotsi.
I'm Laila, Nnyane.
And the one who's going to make the call and actually be the happiest person on this planet. No, give that thing that you read.
Okay, switch on the lights. 3, 2.
Oh, wait. No, go.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.